But then I said, listen, San Antonio is a place I know. There's a lot of Hispanic people too.
Uh-huh.
My cousins, I have some cousins here, and it's just an hour, 15-minute flight from Mexico City, direct flight. And I can have my ranchito here, my little ranch. So I bought a place here in Bulverde, and I'm living my dream.
Oh, that is wonderful. And I will tell you this, when I go to follow you, and for those that do not know, she has over 2 million followers on Instagram, which is, something unheard of that you see. And I just think that that's so wonderful because what I love about it is you and your wife, Yaya, show your beautiful animals. I mean, your dogs are, I feel like they're part of our family as well, in the way that I'm always like, okay, what's happening to them? Because you do such a great job of showing us. And I think it's interesting to see a celebrity as yourself that you actually do a lot of the work on your ranch yourself. And I just think that that really says a lot about a character of a person.
Well, I don't know, but my mom taught me to do everything, and I don't know. I enjoy cutting the grass. I enjoy doing the things here in the ranch because I guess that's what I really like. But I'm used to do the things like my mother told me when I was a kid. You have to, before you go to school, you have to make your bed, and every time you go to bed, you have to wash your underwear.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's stuck for with me forever. I have to do it, even though my mom is not here anymore. I still do it.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah, I like. I'm very like. Everyone tells me that I have like two personalities. It's not that I have two personalities. I can be in the glamour life with all these events and on the TV with doing right now. I don't have the makeup, but with makeup and everything, and I enjoy it very much, and I love it, and I have been very fortunate to to meet so many people in Hollywood and being in dinners with them and everything. It's a total unique experience.
Uh-huh.
But also I enjoy the simple life. I enjoy nature. I enjoy animals. I love to take care of my dogs, to go and plant. El otro día estaba arando. How do you say arando in English?
Oh, that you were raking.
That's raking leaves. Yeah, I do it. But when you air the soil with
Oh, right. Aerate the soil.
yeah, but it's just very hard work.
Yes.
With this machine, it's hard work, and yeah, I enjoy doing it. I even did a
Oh, you're tilling the
did a
machine.
wall, a stone wall here with Yaya with our own hands. Yeah,
Wow.
I like to try it. I've learned how to drive a tractor.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I like to try it all and try to do the most of things that I can do.
And I have a question. Both you and your wife are gorgeous models,
Thank
that
you.
do this. And what's interesting as well is seeing your simplicity within your beautiful life together. And I'm curious for the audience, what have you learned during this time frame of self-quarantine?
I think I learned it before because I really realized after many years, after enjoying all this glamorous
Uh-huh.
life and traveling and the best hotels and the best, I love brands and I love I bought a lot of things and everything. It's okay if you want to leave it, but it's not what makes you happy. The what makes you happy is real love. It's feeling you do something for someone else. It's feeling like this little ranch is like giving back a little bit to nature and to the animals, which we've taken so much from them,
Yeah.
and we don't even care.
Mm.
I think I woke up before the quarantine,
Uh-huh.
and I realized all of this before.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm glad a lot of people are waking up. I hope it's not only momentarily, that they can keep on doing it. And when this, if this comes to be normal as we used to know that kind of normal, I don't know if it's going to be normal as we used to know before. But if it comes to be the way it was, I hope we have 2 weeks of quarantine every year so the animals can take over the places they need to take over, and the planet is healthier without uh, us that were a big flag
A
pest.
big part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and on that note, because what I've also noticed about you is you're a person that is always of your word and you give back quite a bit. And I think that that's something that's really beautiful to see. And even in your career, because I've seen your interviews and you're a very generous interviewer. And I think that that's why your friendships are so prolific. And when somebody is looking at working with a talent like yourself, and I know that they, partner in doing this. What are some of the projects that are coming up that you're saying, you know what, in the future, I would like to do XYZ? What would that be?
Working projects?
Yes, working projects.
Well, I really would like to do something else here in the States, because I've done everything in mostly in Mexico and for Latin America, and I think we can do a lot here in the States. I think there's a lot of stories. I only worked here doing my stories in Ohio and in Florida,
Oh,
and there's so many amazing places that you can find these hidden stories that maybe no one knows, and you can learn. I learned that interviewing people, even though you don't like them at first, or you don't feel like interviewing that certain person,
right.
they always have something that you can learn from,
Hmm.
or they can give you something. So we have to give them a chance. I don't know. I would love to have a animal sanctuary, but someday,
Yes.
I don't know.
And
I don't know. I
well, I
don't know.
will say I love your perspective on it's almost like you're such a great documentary maker. And I think that what I loved about seeing that is you actually get into the essence and allow it to flourish. And to your point, there's so many great stories to be shared that I would love to see you be the bridge between the US and Mexico, because I just think that you do such a great job of creating that human touch. That for me, what I see from you is really growing that in so many more ways, because it takes a unique individual to be able to tell those stories. And I constantly see that from you. So,
Thank you very much. But if you make it happen, I'm with the
okay,
right person, no, and the
we'll
right
make it happen together.
the
But
best agency.
exactly. Well, then, but the other thing that I want to end with is tell us what's one of the lessons that you've learned from someone that you've interviewed, or something that really stuck to you that you just said or
Not to
surprised
judge,
you.
not to judge, not
Right.
to judge or
Right.
to stereotype. Interviewed a
Yeah.
prostitute, and I was my
Right.
family. It's very like antique kind of beliefs, and very traditional, and very religious or Catholic and everything. So it was like, don't even get near a prostitute. Like, what for? When I was a kid, and
Right.
and of course, the first time I did an interview with one of them, I was like, oh, well, what am I gonna get out of this? Or I mean, for the people that are listening to the interview.
Right.
And actually, we cannot judge people because we don't know why they make things, why they do things, how they do them, and we love to stereotype or to label everyone, and you have to give them a chance, because every human being has a light and has something, a heart and has something good that you can learn from them. So we have to just don't judge for the first appearance.
No, definitely, because everyone has their own story to tell, as you said earlier, and it's about getting to the essence of them. So I think that that's a great lesson. So,
Yeah.
on that note, if there was one piece of advice besides not judging that you would give a young lady that wanted to go into the entertainment business, what would that be?
Whew, it's not as glamorous as it looks.
Right?
You have to work a lot.
Yes.
uh don't hear well, yes, listen to it, to all the different opinions, but don't believe in all of them,
Right.
because there's a lot made out of jealousy or envy and not the real thing.
Right.
Just be you. Don't try to be someone else,
Right.
to be liked by the rest of the people, because what it's really really amazing, and what really attracts people, it's your soul, your
Right.
unique soul. So just be yourself, and don't fake it.
Right. No, definitely. And I will say this, and on that note, to close today, I am so grateful for your time. I'm grateful for
No,
your
I am
energy.
grateful for yours. Thank you
Thank
for this.
you. And, in closing with X level, I have to tell you all that I really hope that we learned from today is never to judge a book by its cover. And because if we did, we wouldn't get to know that there would be an amazing person, here living with us, and choosing to be here with us as well. But secondly, I loved also what you stated about being your authentic self. Because I think it's really important that when we all resonate with our authentic self, we all rise to that occasion. And a friend of mine and I said it earlier. It's like if I'm a light bulb and you're a light bulb, but we both shine it together, we're a flood of light.
Of
and
course.
sharing that, but they're each individual light bulbs. And I just think those are great lessons to learn. And thank you for sharing that information. I'm going to walk away with that knowledge today.
Yeah, don't be greedy and don't put on yourself first all the time. Everyone is like me, and I want, and I did, and I want, and I do, and I like, and I forget about I. I mean, don't
Right.
forget all the. I mean, don't abandon yourself.
Yeah.
But when you focus on someone else or something else, it's really it comes back to you, and it's beautiful.
It is. It is beautiful. And that's probably why you've had such a beautiful life, is because you've had great karma for all the wonderful
Thank you
things that
so
you've
much.
done. So, well, thank you so much for joining us. We greatly appreciate your time. And we look forward to seeing all of your great adventures here in the States, because
Thank
I
you.
know that there's great things in the horizon for you. And we're so excited.
Hopefully, yes. And listen, what I would like to say is that it was difficult. Um, like I lived in Miami for several years, and I was going to castings, and I was casting for TV commercials, and I did a TV show and everything also in Miami. And everyone was like, okay, oh, she's Hispanic, yeah, she's from Mexico, go and do the Mexican casting. And then I didn't got booked because I didn't have black hair and like really typical Mexican
What they stereotyped to
stereotype.
right.
And we Mexicans or Hispanic people, we have a lot of different stereotypes. So
Yeah.
we have to just be open minded.
Right.
There's a lot of beautiful, different colors and flavors of Mexican women and men.
Yes. And and I love that you brought that up, because I think it's something that's really important. And but again, I think that's why your show is important. That's why you're doing that documentation here in the States. So I'm just going to ask you one more time that I think that's something I'm going to personally challenge you to, because those are stories that need to be told, because not everybody's telling them, but that's because they're only telling them from their perspective of what they know. And they haven't all seen the beauty that's within, that I know a lot of your documentaries have done as well, of other parts of Mexico, that not everybody is aware of the beautiful regions that we have and the richness within the culture beyond what they know, because that's all that they have. They've been in a silo.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm excited to hear you address that, because I know myself, I've also had that too, where they're like, "¿Eres mexicana?" And I'm like, "Sí, traigo nopal enfrente." And again, and I say, it doesn't mean that we're saying better or worse. It's that we're all the same, but nobody's always treated us that way. And I just think that that's something that's beautiful. And on that, I did see that you were a beautiful face for Holy Mother of Makeup as well. You did such a beautiful job with that makeup line here, with a makeup artist that created that here from San Antonio, Texas. But I loved your photography that you did in that, and the way that you positioned it, because I think that was also a way for those that did not know to see, this beautiful woman as well, and say, oh my gosh, she's Latina, just like Zandir, who's Venezolana, and she was ebony color and a beautiful woman as well. And it's about celebrating that beautiful diversity.
Yeah, of course. That's very nice. And it's a great makeup line, and I'm very happy to be part of it.
Thank you. And I know you also, I know we can't get it here, but I know that you also created your own cosmetic line too.
Well, you could get it here by Amazon, but
Okay.
something is going wrong with. I think everyone is buying in Amazon right now.
Yeah.
A lot of things since we're in quarantine. But yeah, you can get it. It's a cosmetic line that I did for myself. To be honest, it's not. I didn't do it for selling for a business or anything. I did more than what I needed, because they couldn't make a limited edition of those products. So I started selling them, and it's really good. It's what I use. So
Well,
I really recommend it if you can get a hand on them.
Your skin is amazing.
No, thank you so much.
I was like, I had to put on makeup to see you, and you had to take it off, and you just look glamorous. It's like,
No,
oh,
I wish, but thank you very much. You look glamorous too and beautiful. You have a great skin too.
You're very sweet. You're very, very sweet. Well, again, thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, thank you. And congratulations for all your success too, for having this agency. And you're a businesswoman, and you're always in fashion. I love your looks. I've seen your Instagram.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's one of those fun things that we love to do, is have fun with fashion. So good news is you can teach me some production, directing, and acting, and we'll work with the fashion, even though you're an expert there too. Believe me, I've seen your Vanity Fair covers and all the styling.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Well, wonderful. Well, thank you again so much for joining us. I look forward to seeing you in the near future. And everyone here with X Level, thank you for being here with us today. And we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.